Hello, 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 and welcome yet to another Married to Medicine recap and review. This will be recapping and reviewing season 9, episode 8, and it is called the O Shot. Okay. Yes, I have decided I am going to finish recapping this season because I'm going to try to stick with my commitment to do so. Now, unfortunately, I think it peaked already. I think it peaked already. But, we are going to go ahead and break this episode down. All right. So let's go. All right. We open with a montage, okay? A good old Bravo montage, which leads to the women recapping the Vegas trip with their husbands, okay? Anila tells Dr. Karen that he was Toya's choice when they asked that question if you were to swap husbands with anyone at this table, who would you choose? And Toya said Dr. Karen because she said he looks like he has I forget her exact words, but basically saying that his private parts is big. She says he looks like his private parts are big. Anyway, I thought that was kind of tacky, and I do see why people call Toya Tacky Toya. I can see it because I think that was tacky. But at the same time, one could say that question was a tacky question. And to be honest, within my friend group, that's a question I would never answer because to me, it would make that woman look at you sideways all the time. Anytime if they were to see you greeting their husband or something. I mean, I don't know if a lot of women are mature enough to just take it for face value or not. Okay, drop down in them comments and let me know how y'all feel about that type of thing, that type of question, or that type of game, period. Asking all kind of sex questions, and you guys are married. Like, I don't want to. I was raised not to talk about your man in the bedroom. Okay, we could talk about other things on, about relationships because relationships obviously go beyond the bedroom. Hello, okay. If you want them to last anyway. But I would be open enough to talk about things. But I'd have boundaries, and a part of my boundaries would be we're not going to talk about sex or my man's penis size because that ain't none of your business. And I have been in two situations I can remember where sexual things were brought up, and it was about me and my man, and I declined to answer. And my friends got upset, and I said I don't give a damn because that's none of y'all business, and it will never be none of y'all business. Okay, I don't need nobody trying to see what my man is working with. I know what he's working with, and that's all that matters. I know what's going on in the bedroom. Y'all don't need to know what's going on in the bedroom because it was always told to me as I was growing up, and I'm sure a lot of African American black women can relate to this because this is what we was taught. You don't brag on your man because that'll only make the next woman want him. So I just keep hush hush about sexual business Okay? That ain't nobody's business but ours. I don't know if I'm alone or not, but that's just common sense to me. Anyway, then Dr. Karen wants to sit Anila down to listen to some rules he has for her parents. She asks, "Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Girl, are you serious?" Asking, is he serious? Yes, girl, he is. Did you watch your parents last season, girl? What? What? Yeah. Oh my God. Get a clue. You need a clue. Now, his rules include clean up after yourself, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I do not understand why parents seem to not think that they need to clean up after themselves. My mom went into the hospital years ago. She went into the hospital. She had a brain aneurysm, and thank God she survived. But immediately coming home, she stayed at my house because she needed to be watched to make sure everything was cool, good, that she can function on her own. So the doctor said for at least 2 weeks, she needs to be monitored. So she chose to come to my house. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. But and she was okay. So let me say that. And I thank God she was okay. She survived. She's good and thriving, y'all. Okay. But he said a minimum of 2 weeks, just watch her. And baby, she had a problem acclimating to my house rules. But it's my house rules for everybody. Like, it wasn't like I was just picking her out, like saying, oh, you must do this, you must do that. But, and it was just as simple as folding your blanket and putting it in the spot for blankets when you wake up and not just leaving them all over the place. And let me say this too, because see, now I'm getting personal. Y'all know every once in a while I get a little personal. I tell y'all a little bit of my personal business. The only reason why I lived in a loft, and at that time, and it was a beautiful loft. I love that loft. I wish I was still in that loft. Okay, but my bedroom was upstairs, and my mom had bad knees. She couldn't go upstairs to the bedroom because she could have had my bedroom. All right. So she stayed in the living room den area, and so that's not a bedroom. So when you wake up in the morning, you do need to put your blankets up and everything so that it becomes the living space that it was intended to be. Very simple. And not only was it very simple, vice versa, she would have asked me to do the same thing. But I asked her to fold her blanket and put it in the designated blanket place. Girl, y'all, honey, she still ain't got over that to this day. And that was, oh gosh, that was 20 years ago. And she still brings it up to this day, talking about you wanted me to fold my blankets. Girl. I don't understand these parents who feel like they can go to their kid's house and just do anything and not clean up after themselves, not pick up after themselves. It's crazy to me. Anyway, moving right along. The second one of the other rules was wash your hands before cooking. Okay, and then he also had wash your hands after touching food. Like, dude, like those are normal things. Those are normal things. And him and Anila go back and forth about she was like, well, we do everything with our hands, we eat with our hands. And then he said something, she said, well, you guys eat and lick your whole your whole arm. And then he said, well, you guys eat with your elbows. I was like, damn. I was like, can't we all just get along? That was a moment where I was feeling like, can't we all just get along? But I can only imagine both parents, which I told y'all in a previous review that she's asking for her mom, but I know her dad's gonna come anyway, and they're gonna think they're gonna stay forever or whatever. Excuse me. I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Anyway, cut to Toya in the kitchen with her boys. Avery goes to get Dr. Eugene, and he tells him about the fact that while attending a birthday sleepover, he was accused of stealing a gift. And and his backpack was searched. Whew, let me calm down. First of all, I want to know why he was accused. I want to know that. And that includes me wanting to know if there were other black boys there. Was he the only black boy there? What in the entire world made them choose him out of everybody else? Now I know Toya in a confessional said a new boy to the neighborhood decided to accuse him. Okay, but what made the new boy accuse him? Were there other black boys there? That's very important to know. And I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying I want to know what made the boy accuse him. I feel like there was more information that needed to be given, and perhaps they gave it and Bravo didn't play it. Okay, so we ain't gonna act like Bravo ain't biased and that Bravo doesn't understand the racial tension and issues that goes back beyond since before we were born. They don't get it. And it's just clear that they don't get it because I don't feel like the situation was portrayed good enough or well enough or efficiently or effectively. They didn't portray this well at all. I get the message, but they did it so much like on this, like as if it was a diet light type of, they're not giving you the full drink. They're giving you diet and light. Okay. Like, what the hell? This is like, oh my gosh, I was getting ready to go way back. This is like when they did that campaign for like Pepsi Crystal, where Pepsi was clear and it tanked. It still tasted like Pepsi, but it was clear and it was ridiculous. And this one is clearly ridiculous, okay? Because I know there's more to it. Even with them showing Dr. Eugene saying you need to be sure to choose your friends carefully and not to hang around people who will accuse you of things you didn't do. That is great advice, but I feel like he said more than that. We all know that man gave more deeper, and more precise attention to that matter than what was shown to us. That's Bravo editing that took out some things that I feel like was most likely said that would mean the most. They took that out and made it extra light. You know how there's beers, there's like Coors Light, there's extra lights. They made that extra light. For why? Because of what? I don't know. I'll be here, Bravo. So whenever you want to answer that question, cause y'all don't be representing this racial stuff correctly a lot of the times, and this is just a light question. Why did you make this extra light? Now they did show in the confessional them saying that even just being accused is a problem whether you did it or not because there's ramifications. And Toya says, yeah, you could get shot, and die. There's and that could be by the police. They didn't allow them to say that, but yeah, by the police. Not just the person who is looking for their stuff, but it could be by the police. Like, we ain't gonna really act like that don't happen. I don't know. I just feel like this scene could have been more, but it wasn't, unfortunately. And one more thing I have to add. Bravo acts like we as black people should just be happy with what we got. Like, at least we did let them say that he may be shot. Like, we gave them this little old 5.5 second thing in a confessional. So Bravo acts like we should just be happy for that. No, the fuck, I'm not just happy with that. Nope, I'm not. Bravo could have drove the message home, or let them drive the message home. Bravo letting them drive the message home would be them driving the message home as well. And the message is deeper than what was shown. Cut to Dr. Heavenly visiting Dr. Jackie's office for her doctor's appointment. And actually, it wasn't her office. It was, she had a doctor's appointment with Dr. Jackie. And we get more menopause talk, and Dr. Jackie announces her we shot party. Okay. And then Dr. Heavenly tells Dr. Jackie that her mom is back in the hospital and they gave her a hospice pamphlet. And just for those of you who may not be familiar with hospice and what that means, when they give you the option, they being, the doctors who are taking care of your loved one, when they give you that option, basically it's saying they're not gonna get any better. And hospice, just in general, okay, you need to look it up for yourself if you really want to know the details of it, but hospice in general is a loving, caring place for someone to pass on. So that's why it meant so much for Dr. Heavenly to show Dr. Jackie what they gave her that day, which was a hospice pamphlet. Okay? Okay. And cut to Anila and Dr. Karen preparing for her parents' arrival by talking about when to bring out the wine. Okay. They present the rules to the parents. The dad laughs at them while her mom rips them up and tosses them on the kitchen counter. Yeah, I say it went exactly the way that I thought that it would. Bullshit craziness. Cut to Dr. Simone having a dinner party to discuss her marriage book yet again. Okay. They take a seat at the table where Dr. Heavenly immediately tells Dr. Damon they want us to be open. They say we are not open about issues in our marriage. The couples begin to talk about how they met. Cut to Dr. Damon suggesting that the women cross the line all the time when they're talking to each other because they don't have a line. Now, what I take that to mean is this line that he's talking about could be viewed as boundaries, our personal boundaries. Okay, we all have them, but now the question becomes, did this person cross a boundary that was established or no? Okay, that's the question. And Contessa tells Dr. Damon, are you talking about your wife? And I don't want a friend who will make fun of your vulnerabilities. Dr. Heavenly responds with, don't talk shit about your husband. Dr. Damon tries to get the conversation away from the same old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the same old shit, same old storyline between these two. And in this moment, he just can't. He can't. He asked Heavenly several times to stop talking and she would not stop. He tells them that's an example of disrespect and that it bothers him to his core that they are arguing over this petty bullshit. Now, let's back up. When Dr. Damon says that this is a form of disrespect, so they wanted him, and Dr. Heavenly asked for it, even though she looked like she was embarrassed by it. She asked him to do it. I think she asked him to do it. We saw that, but I think she didn't think he would. But he did. And then when he got that car, he said, this is why I don't want to be around your friends. Every time I'm around your friends, it's this bullshit. Okay. 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 And I'm with him. Shit. Because you told me to be honest sitting at this table about any issues we have. And what this man said was, see, he said, I done asked you to be quiet several times and you wouldn't. And he said, that's disrespect. Now, a lot of men think that when they tell you to be quiet, you're supposed to just be quiet. I don't have an opinion on that. I'm not, and if I did, I'm not getting ready to say it right now. But the point back to this is he's one of those men that feels like when I say be quiet, you need to be quiet. Ooh, I'm trying not to give my opinion on this. in a general way, but what I'm gonna give my opinion on this as far as it relates to Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. I do feel like Dr. Heavenly should have hushed when he asked her to hush. I do. It don't have anything to do with a man's role or a woman's role. I feel like he was looking out for his partner in that moment. And that's what you need when you're married. It's your partner. Whether it be man, man, woman, woman, man and woman, black, white, whoever, whoever. In that moment, like, you do need your partner to be looking out for the best for you, what's best for you. And I think Dr. Damon was, and that's why Dr. Damon wanted her to be quiet, so that she doesn't perpetuate more of what the problem is. Okay? For real, though. And that was a moment where you should listen to your partner. See, I don't even say your man or your woman. I say your partner, because no matter what gender you're in a relationship with, it's your partner in life. When you decide to get married and everything, that's your partner in life. Okay. So anyway, your partner, for him to recognize like she's going into the danger zone, let me like cue it for her. Like I had somebody I was with a while ago that we had a safety word, and it wasn't even for you know what, I shouldn't even say this, but it wasn't even for a sexual purpose. Safety word, like, that was separate. Okay. But this safety word was like if we felt like either of us were getting ready to go off in a situation where you shouldn't go off. Okay. And this fool told me to say leprechaun. How do you work that in a conversation? Leprechaun. Okay. Oh my gosh. I did not realize until right now that my life is very hilarious. Um, but my point is that you should listen to your partner when your partner tells you to, like, stop talking, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that you're getting ready to. They know you, and you're getting ready to go into some areas that's not that you may regret later, or you may have to kiss ass about, or you may have to apologize for. Depending on your personality, it's gonna be one of those, and your partner knows you. If that's your partner, and it could be your best friend, it could be your husband, it could be your soulmate, it could be your I don't know. It could be your a lot of things. But someone who knows you, baby, you better listen to them. And I don't think she did, but it is what it is, okay? Okay, but we do have to acknowledge that Dr. Damon said that it bothers him to his core that they are arguing over this petty bullshit. And then Contessa says it's not petty bullshit. Okay. My opinion on whether or not it's petty bullshit is this. Originally and in the beginning, no, it's not petty bullshit, because no, you should not make fun of a hard time that your best friend is going through on I was gonna say national television, honey. Y'all know what the World Wide Web. Okay. No, you should not do that. Now, once that was established and the story was told and completed, finished, ended, and mended on national television, we're done. Okay? So that's when it was deep and meaningful. To continue after you claim to already have accepted her apology is ridiculous, and it is petty bullshit. That is when it becomes petty what? Bullshit. Yes, ma'am. Now, yes, ma'am. It is petty bullshit, you dumb petty bullshitter, bitch. Yes, yes. And Contessa used to be one of my favorites, but no longer. No, girl. What's going on? What's going on? Because the thing about it is, even though I don't watch every single one of Dr. Heavenly's reviews, I watch some of them. And the thing about it is, I had already come to this conclusion before I even watched the one that I did watch, but I felt like that was gonna be Contessa was gonna make that her storyline. Like, oh, I'm into it with Dr. Heavenly. And then I felt like, oh my gosh, just leave the show because you're selling out at this point. When you begin to pretend to have storylines and they're fake storylines, you're selling out. Please get away. Go away from me with this. The same thing that Phaedra told Apollo. Go away from me with this. Okay? Go away from me with this when you begin to be fake. And she felt fake. And then I stumbled across Dr. Heavenly's YouTube thing, and I'll put the I will put the link in the description box below. But stumbled across that one, and I said, you know what? I felt that. I felt that it was for a storyline, and it's just given more and more and more of this is for a storyline. It's crazy. But let me know how you feel. Drop down in the comment and tell me. Cut to a montage with Dr. Jackie inviting all the ladies to the Oh Shot party. Okay, Dr. Heavenly won't be there because she's emotional about having to sign a do not resuscitate for her mother. Okay, so we can all understand that. Now, at the O-Shot party, Dr. Jackie explains that they draw blood first, then spin it down to get the plasma out. Then they numb the vagina and insert the plasma into the top of the vagina and the clitoris to give the ultimate orgasm. It cost $2,500 just in case any of you guys are interested. The ladies discuss Contessa and Dr. Heavenly's argument, to which Toya says that she heard that Contessa checked Damien and Heavenly was upset. And then they do a little clip. I do not feel like in any MFing way that Dr. Contessa checked Dr. Damien. I don't. And I'm going to go out further on the limb and say that she knows that she didn't check him because she talked the most mess when he got up and left. He did not get up and leave because of you, Dr. Contessa. He got up and left because of the disrespect from his wife, which, it's equally not good. I'm not saying one reason is better than the other, but I'm assuring you, Dr. Contessa, that it wasn't because of you. He didn't get up and leave because of you, and you didn't check him. And you know you didn't check him because in your confessional, you went to talking about we make the same amount of money and we have the same credentials. I don't think so. I don't think you guys have the same credentials because I remember there was a time where you were struggling to get your credentials. I kind of think that was the first time you were shown on our screen. I don't remember, but I know you do. And I'm not coming after you because you used to be my favorite. You used to be my favorite before you started all this bullshit. But um you had an issue with passing your test to get your credentials. So don't say that y'all on the same with credentials because that man, when you was trying to get your credentials, he had already had his he was putting up his practice. That happened that same season. He was building his own practice and you were trying to get your credentials. So knock it off. We have good memories around here. And the thing about it is, I don't even like this. I don't like this. I always uplift African Americans and black folks because these are my people. I always uplift them, but I just have to react in my natural way. I don't appreciate you seem to be trying to put him down, and them portraying that you agreed with the fact that Toya's dumb ass, and that's what Dr. Heverland be saying, Toya's dumb ass, sat up and said that you checked Dr. Damien. And you like, yep, mm-hmm. No, you didn't. And if you step back, what is there to check him on? He just said that he didn't appreciate, didn't like, no, he didn't even say appreciate. He said he didn't like the fact that you guys weren't getting along. And you're okay with being portrayed on checking him on that? You look a fool. Look a fool. Maybe that's a language you can understand. You look a fool. The fuck? And with that being said, that is the end of this recap and review. And I do ask you guys to please support this black content creator by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and ringing the bell to be notified for the next review and recap. Okay. Um, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend.